As the political landscape of the United States evolves, the need for experienced and visionary leadership becomes crucial. Kamala Harris, with her extensive background in public service and her tenure as vice president, embodies the qualities necessary for the highest office. Her commitment to justice, economic equity, healthcare reform, environmental protection, education, women's rights, and civil rights, along with her inspirational leadership, positions her as an ideal candidate for the presidency. This video explores the top 10 reasons why Kamala Harris should be the next president of the United States. Before starting, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more future updates. Number 1. Experienced leadership. Kamala Harris has a wealth of experience in public service that makes her well suited for the presidency. She began her career as a deputy district attorney in Alameda County, California, where she specialized in prosecuting child sexual assault cases. Her tenure as the district attorney of San Francisco and later as the Attorney General of California provided her with extensive experience in managing large bureaucracies, overseeing complex legal and policy issues, and implementing reforms. As a U.S. Senator, she has worked on critical national legislation, giving her a deep understanding of federal governance. Harris's experience as vice president further solidifies her qualifications. In this role, she has been involved in key policy areas, including leading efforts to address the root causes of migration from Central America, managing the response to the COVID-19 pandemic, and advocating for voting rights. Her leadership roles have honed her ability to navigate complex political landscapes and work collaboratively across different levels of government. Number 2. Advocacy for justice reform. One of Kamala Harris's most notable contributions has been her advocacy for criminal justice reform. As Attorney General of California, she launched several initiatives aimed at reducing recidivism and addressing systemic inequalities in the justice system. Her Back on Track program, which offered first-time nonviolent offenders the opportunity to receive education and job training instead of incarceration, was widely praised and served as a model for similar programs nationwide. In the Senate, Harris introduced and supported legislation aimed at reforming the criminal justice system, including the Justice in Policing Act, which seeks to address police misconduct, excessive force, and racial bias in policing. Her commitment to justice reform demonstrates her dedication to creating a fairer and more equitable society. Number 3. Focus on economic equity. Kamala Harris has been a strong advocate for policies that promote economic equity and support working families. She has championed measures to raise the minimum wage, expand access to affordable housing, and provide relief for student loan debt. Her proposal for the Lift the Middle Class Act aimed to provide middle-class families with a substantial tax credit, which would significantly reduce poverty and income inequality. Harris's economic policies are grounded in her understanding of the challenges faced by everyday Americans. Her focus on creating opportunities for economic mobility, investing in education and job training, and supporting small businesses underscores her commitment to building an economy that works for everyone. Number 4. Commitment to healthcare reform. Healthcare has been a central issue in Kamala Harris's political career. She has consistently advocated for expanding access to affordable, high-quality healthcare for all Americans. As a senator, she co-sponsored the Medicare for All Act, which aims to establish a single-payer healthcare system to ensure universal coverage. Harris's approach to healthcare reform also includes addressing the high cost of prescription drugs, expanding mental health services, and protecting women's reproductive rights. Her comprehensive vision for healthcare reform highlights her dedication to ensuring that every American has access to the care they need. Number 5. Environmental advocacy. Kamala Harris has been a vocal advocate for environmental protection and addressing climate change. She recognizes the urgent need for action to combat the climate crisis and has supported legislation aimed at reducing greenhouse gas emissions, promoting renewable energy, and protecting natural resources. As Attorney General of California, Harris took on major polluters and fought to enforce environmental laws. In the Senate, she co-sponsored the Green New Deal and introduced the Climate Equity Act, which focuses on ensuring that climate policies address the needs of low-income communities and communities of color disproportionately affected by environmental hazards. Her commitment to environmental justice is a key reason why she should be the next president. Number 6. Dedication to education. Kamala Harris understands the critical role that education plays in creating opportunities and building a strong future for the country. She has consistently advocated for policies that improve access to quality education at all levels. Her initiatives include supporting increased funding for public schools, expanding access to early childhood education, and making higher education more affordable. Harris's proposal to make community college tuition free and provide additional support for historically black colleges and universities, HBCUs, and other minority-serving institutions, MSIs, demonstrates her commitment to ensuring that all students have the opportunity to succeed. Her focus on education highlights her belief in the power of knowledge and the importance of investing in the next generation. Number 7. Champion of women's rights. Throughout her career, Kamala Harris has been a staunch advocate for women's rights and gender equality. She has worked tirelessly to protect reproductive rights, support gender pay equity, and combat gender-based violence. Her legislative efforts include co-sponsoring the Paycheck Fairness Act, which aims to close the gender pay gap, and the Violence Against Women Reauthorization Act, which provides critical resources for survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault. Harris's commitment to women's rights extends to her support for policies that address the unique challenges faced by women in the workplace, including paid family leave, affordable childcare, and workplace protections against discrimination and harassment. Her advocacy for women's rights underscores her dedication to creating a society where all individuals can thrive. Number 8. Global diplomacy and national security. Kamala Harris's experience on the Senate Intelligence Committee and her role as vice president have given her a deep understanding of national security and foreign policy issues. She has been involved in critical discussions on cybersecurity, counterterrorism, and the U.S.'s strategic relationships with other countries. Harris's approach to foreign policy emphasizes the importance of diplomacy, multilateralism, and strengthening alliances. She advocates for a foreign policy that prioritizes human rights, economic cooperation, and addressing global challenges such as climate change and pandemics. Her vision for national security and global diplomacy is grounded in her belief that the U.S. must lead with both strength and compassion. Number 9. Advancement of civil rights. Kamala Harris has a long history of fighting for civil rights and social justice. She has worked to address systemic racism, protect voting rights, and ensure equal protection under the law for all Americans. Her legislative efforts include co-sponsoring the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act, which aims to restore and strengthen protections against discriminatory voting practices. Harris's commitment to civil rights is also evident in her support for LGBTQ+ rights, immigration reform, and policies that promote diversity and inclusion. Her dedication to advancing civil rights reflects her belief in the fundamental principles of equality and justice. Number 10. Inspirational leadership and representation. Kamala Harris's candidacy represents a historic milestone for the United States. As the first female vice president and the first woman of Black and South Asian descent to hold this office, her leadership breaks barriers and serves as an inspiration to millions of Americans. Her ability to connect with diverse communities and her personal story of overcoming challenges resonate with many who see her as a symbol of progress and possibility. Harris's leadership style is characterized by her ability to listen, empathize, and advocate for those whose voices are often marginalized. Her commitment to representing all Americans and her vision for an inclusive and equitable society make her an inspirational leader who can unite the country and lead it toward a brighter future. This is it for today's video. What do you think of our video? Comment below with your thoughts and let us know. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more future updates. Thanks for watching.